What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's go ahead and kind of build a watch list for tomorrow, Friday. Friday is going to be the 1st of December, and it's crazy to really think back, at how far we've come since, the whole COVID pandemic to the big bear market to a lot of sideways consolidation to, ultimately this year, the bulls having the better half of control for the majority of the year, right? So it looks like we can actually have a little bit of a Santa Claus rally here and finish strong. What I want to kind of look at here is, if you notice the SPYs, the S&P 500 456.69, this has room to kind of push back up to the high channel here at 458.63. Anything over 458.63 can definitely start to put in this next leg higher. That next leg higher can ultimately start to stretch all the way into the low 460s, guys. So definitely want to keep your eyes on the S&Ps. Now, what I'm going to do is go through some of the stocks that I like to trade. We're going to go ahead and mark out some levels so we're ready on both sides of the market. Tesla put in a little bit of a high here today and got stuffed at 245.78. That's our 100-day simple moving average. We still need to clear out 252, guys. If we can get over 252, this has got a lot of room to stretch into the 260s. That's ultimately going to be the trade that I'm going to want to be involved in. As far as to the downside, Tesla's been in a distribution holding pattern for the past 2 going on 3 weeks here. We haven't put in a new high. We haven't put in a new low. If we want to see Tesla get, go any lower, 230 is the level that we need to lose. Below 230, we've got room all the way down to 224. So kind of keep that in mind. Just, again, be a little bit more patient with the stock. It definitely has a range that can be day traded because the range is so large. But if you're looking for that longer term move, you're going to need one of those levels to break out. Let's look at NVIDIA very quickly. Now, NVIDIA actually had a nice follow through today on its flush. Look at the 1, 2, 3, 4-day holding pattern that we had here at this rising 20-day moving average. We finally confirmed that 20-day moving average and started punching our ways down towards this 459, which is the 50 EMA. Now it's got a little bit more room to go. If we do gap down tomorrow from 464 into the 458, even 450s, definitely that's going to be the next bounce spot for NVIDIA. To the long side, I'd kind of leave it alone. I would let it come down into one of these supports first before we start looking to start buying this up. 459, 450, those are the 2 areas that I'm going to be looking for. We're going to look at the counterpart over here at AMD. AMD started to lose this 10-day moving average and linear regression. Now, AMD did also have a nice little buyback wick up here. Again, even though we did close red, it is a hammer candle. So what you would be looking at here is 124.16 to the high side. That has room ultimately to 126. If we do kind of trickle down and continue to fade below 119, I would kind of let the short go. Let the short go because we do have support at 118. That's a 20-day moving average. I'm not really interested in shorting AMD until we close below the 20-day rising moving average. Let's look at Meta very quickly. I did throw on an overnight swing position on Meta on the buyback. You can see I still have my line marked out here. We had these lows here of 322.50. Again, 322.50 started to get bought back up. It does have a lot of work to do. I'll probably look to sell this on the open if we can get any type of a little bit of a relief bounce here. But we do have support between 316 and 320. So again, if we do come down into this area, this is going to be your buying opportunity for a little bit of a dead cat bounce. And ultimately, it's got a lot of work to do. We would need to start reclaiming 336 to see anything to the high side. If we look at Microsoft, Microsoft was another one of those hot stocks that was really just kind of, flying for the better half of the last month and a half. Now, if Microsoft starts to give up 375.24, we've got support down here at 369. So what I'm going to do, and what I would suggest everyone do, is just kind of mark this out and set an alert. Once you do break this level, you're going to want to be short because you're going to pick up a nice position there to kind of make some money on that way down. If we do confirm 379.86, we've got room to kind of punch up into the low 380s. That's going to be where you want to take some profits at on that. Let's look at Shopify because I know that, due to the holiday spending, I know things like, Etsy and Shopify and Affirm, these things were all kind of running. A little bit of a 2-day back test here. $72 has room down into 70. I would like to kind of pick it up here at 70 for a potential reversal bounce here. Over 75 becomes our macro breakout. Guys, that I do got the new squawk box that's on, so pardon if you guys can hear that in the back. We're going to look at Affirm. Affirm was the other stock that was put in a very good move this week. You can look at Affirm here. It's on 1, 2, 3, 4 days higher. If Affirm starts to take out 35, that's going to be an area potentially for a continuation higher on this breakout move here on Affirm. So look for Affirm over $35. That can be something very interesting. I'm going to look at Boeing very quickly because Boeing had this amazing day today where it's starting to break out here. Anything over today's highs, 233.41 on Boeing, I'd be very interested in for a little bit of a day trade. I'm actually going to go to the weekly chart here. You can see that we're coming on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive weeks higher here on Boeing. Full on breakout. Again, if we want to get that continuation push, we do have room all the way into the 240s. So Boeing needs to be on watch for everyone tomorrow over today's highs. Again, guys, if there's any ticker symbols that you guys want me to go over in these videos, definitely leave me a comment and I will make them. If you guys are interested in trading with me, day trading with me each and every single day live with myself and the crew, we're all on the voice chat. You can listen to us, you can talk to us, you can ask questions. We work together really good as a team, trading options as well as futures. So that link is down in the description box below. Right now it is currently half price until the end of the year, so definitely take advantage of that. What are some of the other names that I do trade? Apple. Let's look at Apple here. So if we look at Apple, we're going into a little bit of a distribution pattern here on Apple since reclaiming its 20-day moving average. Our rising support on Apple is sitting at 186.50. If Apple starts to pull back into 186.50, see where it closes. Ultimately, I would think a better kind of pullback is somewhere in 181, 182, but that's a long ways away. Apple still has room to the upside all the way to 195, guys. That's going to be its upper resistance on the daily time frame. I don't know if I'm missing anything else here that I normally trade. Netflix is another name that needs to be looked at as well. If you look at Netflix, I've got my ranges already kind of drawn out here on Netflix, but these ranges that I'm looking at here on Netflix is going to be a break over 482.86. Looking for that leg higher on Netflix. If it does want to stretch today, it did start to pull back. Its support is sitting at 461. So if we do start to lose 470, you could potentially get a quick flush into 461 where you can pick up a couple bucks on this move. I will definitely be looking to be a part of it. So I'm going to keep this on watch to see what we're doing in the pre-market here. But again, ultimately that breakout for the leg higher is going to be 482.86. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch all of you guys on the next video. Again, it really helps out my channel if you guys just drop a like. It's completely free to do. If you guys made it all the way to the end of this video, the least you can do for your boy is just drop me that thumbs up button. I'll see all of you guys next time.